Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bizarre mirror messages that Kody sends to Robyn Brown are another reason why Reddit users criticize the interior design of Sister Wives actors Robyn and Kody Brown's residences. It's easy to assume that fans are in awe of what they see in their houses. Whether it's Kody and Robyn's surreal Flintstone sink or a medieval times-inspired royal bedchamber in an admittedly garish purple color scheme, there are plenty of astounding oddities. Robyn must be Juliet, and Kody is constantly acting out Romeo, as may be seen in the image above. Is this good enough? Robyn asks herself as she coolly evaluates herself in the mirror while curling her hair. The mother, who is naturally beautiful, is attempting to be the pretty doll that Kody desires. He has stated that he prefers a particular appearance for her. If she looks like an American girl herself, it's probably easier to buy those dolls that cost tens of thousands of dollars. A Reddit thread created by Deleted featured the image of the mirror message that is displayed above. Kody was criticized by fans for his extravagant, romantic gesture. One admirer referred to his remarks as, "She apparently used to leave the difficult duties to the now ex-wives, and she will sneak out to put on cosmetics even when camping." However, maintaining a flawless facade takes a lot of effort. Robyn might feel like she has no other option, but some women don't always want to. Kody gushes about the small brunette, who is now his only wife in return for all of this work. He once remarked on screen that Robyn looked like a diesel jeans model. Additionally, he made a comparison between her and a soccer mom that, to be honest, gave the impression that he was a little turned on. There might be more going on beneath the surface, which is the problem. Because it would lead to too much conflict, Kody has stated that he will not take another wife. Perhaps he's secretly hoping to resume polygamy by bringing another lady into his relationship with Robyn, a throuple of sorts. In addition to claiming that Kody is difficult to live with and is attempting to destroy their marriage, Robyn doesn't want that. He has terrible mood swings. It's lovely on the surface. He expresses his sentiments through his tiny notes, and hopefully, those words, whether they are written in lipstick or whatever else, are genuine. Kody is definitely in love with Robyn. While others of his mirror messages have been far more complex, he kept it simple on the mirror. The viewable portion of the message in the image above reads, "Although it was cute, Kody didn't appear to be overjoyed when his other wives, Christine Brown, Janelle, and Christine, finally left. He actually appeared unhappy, irritable, and cranky. That didn't make sense. A man should be celebrating some kind of Disney-style happy ending when he leaves with a lady he describes as a total woman, the epitome of a dream woman. The cherub Cupid's arrow should have pierced him, and he should have been dancing on a cloud. The wives departed before Garrison died, and since he didn't want those other ladies anyhow, there was no reason for him to be unhappy at the time. Monogamy might not be the answer. People want to have things both ways, so frequently. Kody may miss having a group of women under his power now that he only has one wife. Yes, he whined while they were there, but now that Robyn is in his life, he must deal with life's ups and downs without the crutch of blaming the other brown women for every issue he faced. Meri, Christine, and Janelle were portrayed as irrational shrews who were unable to win over their husbands. But after leaving Kody, all three ladies appear to be doing well. They have actually undergone glow-ups, entering the realm of true glamour as if they were long naive works of art that had been expertly repaired. Thus, perhaps they weren't as horrible as thought. Kody appears to be attempting to create a fantasy setting for Robyn, similar to the lavish home in Citizen Kane, as seen in the images above, via mindful_goat_nugget on Reddit. Perhaps Robyn chews all of this since, after all, she is ostensibly Kody's rosebud, the item he values the most and that brings back the most poignant memories. Regardless of marital issues, she remains his true treasure and his tender spot. It's difficult to picture Kody without Robyn. He's that committed. Robyn's personal collection of American Girl dolls, the Stone Sink, the opulent David Yurman bling, Kody's Star Wars doll collection, and a regal bedroom. The term whimsy is truly insufficient for this kind of serious decor. What a magnificent home design. It's admirable if his love is genuine. It's always possible, though, that Robyn forced him against his will into monogamy. It's possible that he is merely acting. Nobody shares every aspect of themselves with others. Some aspects are constantly kept secret. The Sister Wives cast may experience greater upheaval as a result. Even when the Sister Wives couple sold Coyote Pass and got rid of that albatross, their lives are still not ideal in spite of those romantic mirror messages. Fame from Sister Wives Kody has never held back when expressing his views. He has made it known that he loves Robyn more than any of his previous spouses ever since they were married. His other spouses finally left him because they felt abandoned, but he didn't care. He kept abusing the other family members for Robyn since he was so obsessed with her. Fans weren't blind either, and they criticized him severely for his actions. Most recently, Kody expressed his thoughts to Sakanya on the Tell-All episode. He spoke up and revealed that he is completely devastated for his family. People were unaware that Kody was in a polygamous marriage. He clarified that he had a very different relationship with his 17 children. Each of them has a unique link with him, just as he had with his wives. However, he was unnecessarily beaten by those who failed to recognize the distinction. Christine, a sister wife, claims that Robyn and Kody had an affair before to their marriage. Kody frequently attempted to control and instruct his wives and children on how to conduct their life. Christine, however, disclosed that prior to their marriage, Kody had an affair with Robyn. She gave the host a cunning smile and revealed that on the weekends, he would travel 3 hours to see Robyn. If you knew him, he would never do it merely to meet someone. Christine went on to talk about their cute engagement pictures. They appeared to be really at ease with one another, she underlined. Robyn may have slapped him for this reason. Sister Wives. Kody asks for respect for Robyn, his higher love. Sukanya Krishnan and Kody just appeared on Sister Wives Tell-All. During that session, Sukanya asked him a number of pointed questions, but Kody attempted to place the blame elsewhere as usual. Everyone finds a higher love once in their life, he said, referring to his relationship with Robyn. People attempt to slap it down for you when you're feeling euphoric. He went on to say that Robyn and he have a supernatural bond. People have been bitch-slept because they don't grasp that, though. He went on to say that he desires harmony in their relationship and that he loves Robyn. The reality star is fed up with people blaming him for his love for Robyn. Kody simply loved someone. He didn't do anything wrong. Over the next 20 years, he added more family members. In just 14 months, Kody's 4 marriages and 18 children fell apart. One by one, his 3 wives abandoned him, and his children followed suit. He attempted to place the responsibility elsewhere in the same chat. Meri revealed earlier in 2023 that she was quite envious and insecure in that marriage. It makes sense that certain changes occur when a family grows, but in their case, the changes were quite significant. Additionally, Kody's children revealed that he underwent a full transformation with the arrival of Robyn and her kids. They left him because they felt abandoned and unloved. Since they don't want to finish things badly, they are all attempting to make amends in the most recent scenario. If they are successful, only time will tell. If there's one thing Sister Wives viewers have consistently side-eyed, aside from Kody+'s ever-changing allegiances and spiraling family dynamics, it's the unmistakably wild, deeply confusing, and often unintentionally hilarious home decor choices made by Kody and his favorite wife, Robyn Brown. Their Flagstaff home isn't just a house, it's a full-blown visual assault on interior design norms. A fever dream of heavy fabrics, faux classy furnishings, Baroque lighting fixtures, and ornate carvings that seem to belong in a gothic vampire movie rather than a contemporary southwestern home. Fans who've caught glimpses of Robyn and Kody's place during confessional scenes or walkthroughs are often left stunned by the sheer audacity of their aesthetic. The most charitable word that can be used? Overwhelming. Think oversized couches with dramatic scrollwork, deep burgundy tones fighting for dominance against dark wood, decorative shields hung on walls as if preparing for medieval battle, and drapes so thick they practically block out reality itself. And then there's the furniture. Oh, the furniture. Tables with legs so intricately carved they could be mistaken for ancient relics, and chairs upholstered in fabrics that looked like a Renaissance fair costume booth exploded in a Hobby Lobby. The entire aesthetic screams dramatic fantasy roleplay meets home goods clearance bin. But what drives this style? Where does this explosion of theatrical taste come from? Fans suspect a combination of influences. Robyn's dream of appearing classy on camera, despite missing the mark entirely. Kody's flair for the dramatic, and a shared desire to stand out from the rest of the family. After all, the other sister wives, Christine, Janelle, and Meri, always kept relatively simple homes. Their tastes leaned more toward comfort and practicality, focusing on neutral tones, natural lighting, and, not making their living rooms look like Dracula's guest suite. But for Kody and Robyn, nothing is too extra. Even in the early seasons, Robyn's love for frills, swirls, and shimmer was apparent. Her wedding was a glitter-infused ordeal with enough beading and bling to rival a Vegas stage show. So, when she and Kody finally settled into their sacred monogamous palace, she had free reign, and baby, she used it. Walls were quickly filled with metal scrollwork pieces, the kind you'd find in a Michael's 75% off aisle. Massive wall clocks purely for aesthetic value, and shadow boxes dedicated to family crests and inspirational words like faith and obey. In one particularly unforgettable scene, fans spotted a giant bee hanging in the hallway, not for brown, but for bizarre, probably. Critics on social media couldn't hold back. One commenter said, "Their home decor is what happens when you give a medieval romance novel character a Pottery Barn credit card and no limits." And they're not wrong. Robyn's taste leans hard into romanticized, overwrought visuals. Heavy valances top each window like a crown, layers of patterned rugs compete on the same floor, and wall sconces abound, often lit, even in daylight. There's an almost obsessive devotion to texture. Velvet throws, brocade curtains, leather-bound everything. It's not about comfort. It's about constructing a look. But that's just the visual side. The emotional function of the decor tells its own story. Every framed quote and crest screams family and unity, which feels ironic given the actual fractured state of the Brown family. It's almost as if Robyn and Kody are trying to conjure peace and stability through design. If they hang up enough signs that say, "Together forever," maybe it'll come true. If they bury their dysfunction under enough crushed velvet, perhaps no one will notice. But fans do notice. Especially in the contrast between Kody and Robyn's home and the stripped-down, DIY approach taken by Janelle and Christine, particularly after their splits. Christine's new Utah home, for instance, is light, airy, and functional, filled with family photos, soft pastels, and modern farmhouse touches. No grandiosity. No drama, just peace. That difference is telling. Where the other wives moved toward authenticity and simplicity, Robyn and Kody doubled down on fantasy, indulgence, and control. Their home has become a symbol of their emotional insulation from the rest of the Brown clan, a fortress of fringe and faux gold fixtures where they rule alone. Even the bedrooms have become points of fascination. Robyn once showed off her elaborately dressed bed, a towering headboard, layers upon layers of patterned pillows, dozens of them, and embroidered bedding that looked like it belonged in a European castle, not a modern home. One fan quipped, "That bed's not made for sleeping, it's made for drama." And honestly, that's the thesis of their entire home. It's not a place to live, it's a place to pose. And maybe that's what makes their decor so polarizing. It's not about taste at all. It's about image. About building a fantasy around themselves, one where Kody is still the revered patriarch and Robyn is the adored queen consort, untouched by the chaos of polygamy's collapse. Their home is both a throne room and a bunker. It repels outsiders, drowns dissent in damask curtains, and reaffirms their bond with every over-polished surface. Viewers are torn between fascination and horror. Some call it iconic in the worst way. Others see it as a tragic attempt to hold on to a crumbling narrative. But everyone agrees, it's unforgettable. And with each season of Sister Wives, as more scenes take place within those baroquely cluttered walls, fans continue to ask the same question. How did we get here? How did a once balanced, if chaotic, plural family end up split into factions, with one couple hiding out in what looks like a haunted B&B stocked by Bed Bath & Beyond? Maybe the home decor is the answer. It's all there in plain sight. The overcompensation, the detachment, the fantasy, the fiction, and the need, so strong and so desperate, to be seen as something regal, when in truth, it's just a house full of confusion wearing a costume of royalty. But no matter how wild the drapes get or how ornate the couches become, the audience sees through the rhinestone veil. Because sometimes the furniture speaks louder than the people sitting on it. If you thought the saga of Sister Wives couldn't get more delusional, just wait until Kody starts sermonizing about the so-called higher love he shares with Robyn Brown, a love he now expects the world, including his estranged wives and their increasingly vocal fanbase, to respect without question. According to Kody, this bond between him and Robyn isn't just romantic, it's elevated, exalted, transcendent. It's not just your average husband and wife relationship, it's something more, something blessed, as he's hinted in recent confessionals. But here's the thing, viewers aren't buying it. After watching Christine, Janelle, and Meri slowly unravel under the emotional weight of Kody's favoritism, many fans feel his latest spiritual soapboxing about higher love is just another excuse, a smokescreen to justify years of neglect, dismissiveness, and emotional abandonment. Still, Kody's pushing the narrative with full conviction. During the tell-all previews and recent episodes, he's made it clear. He believes that his relationship with Robyn isn't just special, it's divinely sanctioned, as though some celestial committee came down and stamped, approved, on their union while the other relationships were apparently built on sand. This new, holy couple rhetoric reeks of revisionism. It's Kody rewriting history in real time, now that 3 of his 4 wives have walked away and the polygamous structure he once so proudly championed has collapsed like a poorly built cabin on Coyote Pass. To the casual viewer, it may look like a desperate rebrand. To longtime fans, it's downright insulting. Let's be clear, there's no shame in loving one's partner deeply. But the issue isn't that Kody loves Robyn. The issue is that he has spent the better part of a decade denying that this love has come at a cost, and that the other women in his life suffered for it. Christine practically begged for connection. Janelle begged for respect. Meri begged for dignity. And now they're gone, bruised but rebuilding. Yet Kody and Robyn float above it all, seemingly untouched, decorating their heavily ornate Flagstaff home with quotes about family while ghosting their actual family members. The fact that Kody wants people to celebrate this higher love without acknowledging the emotional carnage it left in its wake is absurd. In one memorable segment, he went so far as to say people don't understand the depth of his bond with Robyn. He spoke as though their relationship exists on a more spiritual plane than the average viewer could comprehend, painting himself and Robyn as tragic lovers who only want peace, privacy, and reverence. But when you strip away the mysticism and theatrics, what you're left with is a man who abandoned 3 women who stood by him for decades, only to emotionally crown a 4th and then demand applause for doing so. The audacity is breathtaking. Fans have been quick to call it out. Social media lit up after the tell-all aired, with viewers mocking Kody's grandiose declarations. One viewer tweeted, Kody talking about higher love like he's in a Stevie Wonder song while the rest of his family is in emotional shambles. Another wrote, Christine gave him years. Janelle gave him 6 kids. Meri gave him her identity. Robyn gave him validation, and that's the only love he calls higher. It's not just the public that's unimpressed. Even in recent episodes, Janelle and Christine's reactions speak volumes. They see through the fog of Kody's poetic phrasing. Christine, now glowing in her new marriage to David Woolley, has made it abundantly clear that her departure wasn't because she didn't believe in plural marriage. It was because she no longer believed in Kody's version of it. And how could she, when he now openly describes his monogamous relationship with Robyn as the standard others failed to reach? He has shifted the goalposts. What was once about equality and shared spiritual commitment has become about emotional exclusivity and sycophantic loyalty. Robyn, of course, plays into this narrative. She constantly tears up in interviews, talking about how much she didn't want to be the favorite while sitting firmly in the throne of it. She speaks of missing the big family dynamic while refusing to engage meaningfully with the very people that dynamic depended on. In one of the most tone-deaf moments of the season, she even expressed how hard it is to be loved so deeply by Kody, as though his devotion were a burden rather than a crown she wears proudly. It's this dynamic that fans find so galling. They aren't objecting to love, they're objecting to the weaponization of it.